The foundation was started in 2002 by the owners of Kwandwe Private Game Reserve. And initially we worked just with the two communities within the boundaries of Kwandwe itself. And over the years we've gradually moved out and started working in neighbouring communities, and we now work in 10 communities within and outside of Kwandwe. I think the best way to describe what we do at the foundation is integrated rural community development. We take a very holistic, integrated approach to thinking about development. We use an asset-based, community-driven approach.
The foundation doesn't provide handouts. The foundation makes use of the communities and ask them what do they have, and then start growing what they have.
We're trying to help people to recognize their own agency and to unlock their own potential to shape their own lives and their communities and the environments that they live in. The first program is about developing leadership at a local level. So it's about identifying those in communities who have leadership potential and mentoring them and supporting them to become champions for change within their communities. The second program that we run is our savings program. We work with communities who are interested, we mobilize and have information sessions about the model, and then those who are interested are invited to form their own savings and credit groups.
It's helping us a lot because we're not used to savings. Now we know how to save, and you know you got a goal where you're saving for.
Through the savings model, we're developing a critical mass of people who are involved in their own empowerment and also involved in driving community development processes. The third program is our education program, which grew out of the priorities identified by the first savings groups that we were working with. We've worked with those groups to establish non-formal preschools, which the groups call Safe Parks. They run a structured daily program, which is about supporting early learning and preparing children to be school ready and to be able to thrive later in their educational development.
The women that have done their training have taken it up to another step, whereby they see themselves now as real teachers. They are taking the lead of the communities that they are in.
We've also linked a number of interventions around child and family health and nutrition with those early childhood development sites.
The main reason why these centres have been set up is because the children didn't have proper care during the day, and then we've picked up when they're here that they're not eating the right kind of diet. We don't provide food for the children at the ECD centres. What we do is we supply supplementary foods. Nutrition is particularly important in these areas because there's a lot of unemployment. A lot of the children are not actually fed very well, so we try and encourage people to have gardens. The children do a lot of watering of the gardens, they do planting, and then they do reaping when the vegetables are ready. My intervention is done with other positive health champions, and these are people in the community who've shown leadership and interest in the subject. We have some basic tools that the staff can use. They have a weighing chart for each child.
The fifth area that we work in is enterprise development, and that builds very naturally on from the savings program. Once we've been working with groups for a number of years and they're well established and running well, if they're interested in starting a small business, we'll then incorporate them into our enterprise development program and support them with training. What we're really interested in seeing is how can we support the development of vibrant village economies. We work in some very remote rural communities, so that comes with its own set of challenges.
You will find a community where they didn't have water for 3 months, and then that also affects the children that are at the safe parks.
I think one of the biggest challenges we face as an organisation is that we're responding to what's really just unlimited demand. There's unlimited need in these communities.
We need help because those communities out there, they want our assistance, but because of we're not a big staff and we don't have lots of vehicles.
I think I'm most proud of the people that we work with. We work with people who live in incredibly challenging circumstances, but we also work with people who have incredible strength and resilience and are willing to make an enormous contribution to their communities.
I'm proud of or even if I want to retire now, I know that these villages, they're not depending on me because we pass the skills to the community champion.
I've got a passion to work with people, not to work for people.